Are you interested in HOA? Yeah, you don't really want it to be that seriously strict, with rules and regulations. Well, there is a place called Sandpiper Bay in Port St Lucie. Amazing neighborhood that we are going to explore right now. Hey everyone, my name is Natalia Reinhardt. I am a realtor with Home Sweet Home Realty right here on the Treasure Coast. And if you want to learn about where to live, where to eat, and where to play right here, then subscribe. I post videos every week. Now let's get started in talking about Sandpiper Bay. I want to really just go over the overall picture of what that neighborhood has to offer. So the first question that we have to ask is, so is this a planned community? Is it like Tradition or St. Lucie West? It says on the sign it's the original planned community. So if you want to know what that is, check out this video right up here. I just go over what it means to be a planned community, okay, in more detail. So just a little FYI video, really good. Is it really a planned community like we think it is? Yes. It offers, to me, the ideal location to be at. Let me show you how. So when you look at specifically on this map, the area it's in, Sandpiper Bay is west of US 1, which has tons of major stores, department stores, big box stores. It has mom and pop shops of all sorts, restaurants of all sorts, so tons of things, okay? Then you have Port St Lucie, so everything south of Port St Lucie Boulevard, and that's Sandpiper Bay, Port St Lucie Boulevard, same thing. It has tons to offer, whether you want your Starbucks or just everything's there, okay? And then you have St. Lucie River, so everything east of St. Lucie River, Sandpiper Bay, and that's why it's awesome. So you're not necessarily on the coast. You're not way west where Tradition or St. Lucie West is. You have everything. You have the stores and you have the water at easy access. So it kind of is mind-blowing how location from years ago was always a big deal. And this original planned community, Sandpiper Bay, just hit the right spot. They planned very, very well, the location. So it's no joke when people say location, location, location. This is ideal. If you want to play overall, get to the beach, or just have that water access immediately, bam, you got it. What about golf courses? Yes, there are plenty of golf courses. Just in the neighborhood itself, there's a public golf course, the Saints. And it's pretty cool because people have the golf course as their backyard. Then you have Club Med, and then you have nearby ones like Jensen Beach. So there's plenty of golf courses like in a 5-minute drive. So it's really, really convenient and fun. The other details that I love about Sandpiper Bay are the schools. So if you live in Sandpiper Bay, you have family, you have kids that are in grade school. So if that's the case, you don't really have to worry much. Morningside Elementary is a top-rated school, and then you have Southport Middle School, which is, again, anywhere in Sandpiper Bay will be just a few minutes away. So very safe and convenient to get to those schools. Is Sandpiper Bay an HOA community? Well, similar to St. Lucie West or to Tradition, yes, it has many HOAs. It has many gated communities that you can consider. If you're a fan of HOAs, then this is really, really good for you. And you have a list of choices like Revella, or maybe you want something more simple like the Villas. So lots of different choices when it comes to gated communities. with HOAs. What people are most impressed about when it comes to Sandpiper Bay is how you can have a single family home with lots of space in the yard and the home itself, just lots of space in a pretty manicured community, yet not cookie cutter. It's not. And it does have a voluntary HOA. Technically, the voluntary HOA is for everyone in Sandpiper Bay. So even if you're in one of the gated communities, you can join. And they encourage that. But this voluntary HOA is a huge benefit to the entire neighborhood because they offer so much. And you know for how much? Just for $35 annually as of today. Whoa! Just 35, but what does that include? And you're like, but come on, it's only 35. So even if it doesn't include much, would you join? Check out how much they offer. It's not just this itty bitty, one or two things that they offer. The membership includes an actual patrol and they're trained, they're volunteers still from what I understand. They have agreements with BJ's and Sam's Club for, more affordable pricing for memberships, and they do have other local businesses that can offset the cost of that annual membership. So lots of partnerships with local businesses, okay? Then you have a quarterly newsletter, which is super cute. I have read it, and it's one of those where they even have like an anniversary section, people who have been married for over 50 years and they're celebrating this or that, and they put pictures. So it's quite personal, positive, uplifting of a newsletter. Very, very informative. So just to have the community patrol, the newsletter to keep you up to date, and to have that camaraderie in the neighborhood, and then the hookup with Sam's Club and BJ's, I'll be honest, I think that's already worth it. But then there's still more things. They have social events, they do local monthly speakers at the botanical gardens, and obviously they do have different or various committees to help keep their neighborhood well groomed and maintained. So it's really just awesome considering that it's only a voluntary, very, very affordable annual membership. So is it worth it? Absolutely. Don't hold back. Contribute if you live there. Absolutely. And volunteer. It just makes a big difference in the overall neighborhood, the vibe. And you can tell there's a big difference when you just cross the street, whether you're, crossing US 1 or going to another side of Port St Lucie Boulevard. There is just this unification that you can find in Sandpiper Bay. There's just this additional safety that you can sense there, even if you don't see that community patrol, but it's all just very comfortable. And so whether you are retiring or you want to move with your family, it is a superb choice of a neighborhood to seriously consider. So let's talk about this HOA. Is it restricting if you join? No, it's not restricting. It's just what I listed. That's it. So if you want a single family home where you can have perks of the HOA, of having your neighborhood cleaned and maintained, and everyone is like, in the same, the same mindset of, hey, I'm gonna, maintain my yard and whatnot, then you have the benefit of not having any deed restrictions. Yes. So those single family homes that I'm showing you now, they're pretty awesome. Why? Well, let's take a look. There's boats on some of the yards. Yes, there are boats. You can have your toys on the yard. And that even includes an RV. So how nice is it to have this community where you can really take ownership of your single family home and you decide what you want going on in your home, yet you know that your neighbors are like-minded that want to maintain their home just as well, and the neighborhood is just up to par. Just there's that quality. The equity is going to be maintained, etc. So it's pretty awesome. You don't even have to worry about what kind of fence. Like, you don't have to ask anyone, can you even install a fence? Yes, you can if you want one. And you can choose which kind. So you're welcome. You're happy to find out about this neighborhood. I think it's pretty awesome that you can have it all. Some HOA without the restrictions? Yes, please. So let's talk about the actual homes. And we're only going to focus on really a big overall picture, okay? I'm going to show you in the last 60 days of this taping, okay? Of this taping, how do the numbers look? Now we know that this is an aggressive seller's market, so the numbers are higher than usual. Okay, keep that in mind. But considering that there are people still shopping and whatnot, what does it look like for prices in Sandpiper Bay? So here you'll see that the homes can start in the millions. There's some that closed in the last 60 days. Look at that. And then you just keep scrolling down and the numbers are lower more and more. And it actually gets to nearly 200,000. So this is a massive, massive range that you can have when it comes to a home. If you are okay in having a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot apartment home, single family home, and this one in particular is not in a gated community, then you can maybe have it for 200, like 250. That's kind of crazy considering how awesome the location is, right? But then you go to a gated community, depending on the home, depending on the size, etc., then you can have it in the millions. So it's a very large range. I would say the average is more or less around 400,000 for a home, 2,000 square feet. Okay, so super comfortable if you are truly shopping. You just have to be patient for today's market. Okay, according to when this video is posted. Yes, you can find affordable homes, but for the most part, I would say the average price is around 400,000. I love Sandpiper Bay. If you are seriously considering moving to Port St Lucie and you're like in that in-between of, yes, I want an HOA, but maybe not too strict, consider this neighborhood. Maybe you do want an HOA, you love that gated community and just that additional security and a really manicured look. There's plenty of gated communities that you can find at Sandpiper Bay. And remember all the benefits about the location. You have the water, the big box stores, and all the local mom and pop shops with Starbucks and all that stuff in there in between. You have good schools, you have the library right there accessible. And let's not even start with how many golf courses can you get to in just a golf cart. So you have plenty of choices to play, around and with your toys, whether it's boating or, golfing. It's just an awesome location to enjoy. And you can find a home there, whether it's around the 200s and up. So that is kind of mind-blowing to me. Great choices, okay? So if you want more information about, let's say, the voluntary HOA, okay, I have in the description below the link for you to explore and just get to know a little bit more about that voluntary HOA. But if you have any questions about the area, please contact me. I am here to help. If this video helped you out in any way, give it a thumbs up, please. My name is Natalia Reinhardt, and I am your host of the Treasure Coast, and I will see you around town.